Look around. There's this crushing feeling, like running in place while the world keeps moving forward without you. The rules you live by? They weren't made for your kind of fire. The system promises freedom, but hands you a cage disguised as comfort. If you're a founder, a leader, an investor who's tired of playing the same old game, feeling invisible in a sea of mediocrity, then every second of this is for you. The pain you carry? It's real. The loneliness of knowing you're different, that you think bigger, that you burn hotter, it's a damn weight on your chest. It's knowing the world isn't built for people who don't settle, who refuse shortcuts, who demand meaning beyond balance sheets and quarterly reports. Here's the brutal truth. The traditional business models, the ones chasing profit without purpose, are collapsing under their own greed. They are like sandcastles in a storm, fragile, short-lived, and fundamentally broken. Investors want returns, but forget impact. Founders want change, but get caught in endless fundraising cycles. Professionals want to lead, but stumble under the weight of outdated hierarchies. The problem isn't talent or courage, it's that the system itself is rigged against anyone daring to reshape it. The pain of being misaligned, of your brilliance misunderstood, of ideas suffocating under expectation, it's a silent epidemic. But imagine this instead. A model of business that's ethically unstoppable. A force so powerful it can't be ignored because it's rooted in something pure, something real. Think beyond profit, beyond markets, beyond mere competition. What if your business could be a machine fueled by purpose? A space where impact doesn't just sit in a footnote but drives every single decision? A place where ethics aren't a checkbox, but the foundation? This isn't some naive dream. It's a revolution that's happening, quietly, fiercely, and exactly where the boldest founders and investors refuse to settle. This model doesn't ask for compromise. It doesn't want to make life easier. It demands everything you have because it's about unleashing the power already inside you. It's about turning your stubbornness, your refusal to fit in, your restless fire, into a force that shifts industries, changes lives, and rebuilds what's broken. It's the future of business where profits and purpose don't fight. They dance. It's where your investments transform communities, where your companies are engines of real change, not just sources of income. How do you get there? First, stop playing by their rules, the ones that promise freedom but chain others. Break free by owning your sovereignty, your will, your vision, your values, as the only true authority. The world wants to make you fit inside a box marked safe. Smash that box into pieces. Be critical. Question everything. The easy answers? They're lies dressed up as solutions. Never settle for half-truths or the status quo. Your intuition, your gut, your fire, that's your real compass. Second, relentlessly seek transformation. This isn't about tweaking processes or polishing reputations. It's about redefining the very reality you operate in. Ask yourself, what would a business look like if it truly prioritized people and planet over profit? What happens when you design your company around trust, transparency, and radical accountability? When your customers are partners and your investors allies, not just numbers on sheets? The ethical power of this model is in its community, the rare few who align not by convenience, but by shared purpose, unshakable values, and mutual respect. It's an ecosystem where every action has meaning, every choice reflects courage, and every connection sparks exponential growth. Third, be radically selective. This is not about scaling noise or gathering crowds. It's about forging deep relationships with those who burn as brightly as you do. The model thrives because it rejects mass appeal and embraces fierce alignment. When every decision, every partnership, every product is a reflection of core values shared among a fiercely loyal tribe, the impact multiplies. This model turns isolation, one of the biggest killers of creative energy, into collective power. Imagine tapping into a network where your boldest ideas find not hesitation, but support, where your challenges are met with collaboration, not competition. Patience is the silent weapon here. In an age of instant gratification, where everyone wants to scale fast and exit sooner, this model demands something else, a willingness to play the long game. Because ethical power can't be rushed, it grows slower but deeper. It builds roots that survive market crashes, social shifts, and technological upheavals. Ethics aren't trends, they're commitments. This endurance wins over the fleeting winds of shortcuts. It's a marathon where only the relentless thrive. Here's the biggest secret. The world doesn't lack brilliance. What it's missing is connection. Deep, authentic, complementary connection. This business model doesn't just solve problems, it weaves networks of extraordinary individuals, each bringing what the other needs, creating a force far beyond the sum of its parts. It's a response to the silent suffering of being misunderstood, of knowing you have gifts, yet feeling nowhere to shine them. This model creates a home for the exceptional, the misfits, the radical thinkers who refuse to conform. You're not just building a company here, you're growing a movement. One where difference isn't a weakness, but the source of strength. Where contrast isn't conflict, but synergy. Where individuality doesn't divide, but unites. The ethical, unstoppable business is a living, breathing system that adapts, evolves, and pushes humanity forward through every decision, every product, every partnership. It's a beacon for those who refuse to settle for less than what the world truly needs. And yes, this journey will be hard. It will push you to your limits. It will challenge everything you thought you knew about success. But this is where true freedom lies, not in comfort, but in taking ownership of your destiny, aligning your business with your deepest values, and refusing to be a pawn in someone else's game. Your impact will be unmatched because it's not about chasing trends or profits alone. It's about setting new standards for what business can and should be. If you felt that itch inside your gut, your heart, your mind, that you are meant for more, that you were created to break boundaries and build legacies, then this model is your roadmap. It will fuel you, sustain you, and connect you to the rare few who think like you do and push like you must. Together, you will become unstoppable. This isn't just another business idea. It's the answer to every founder's sleepless night, every investor's restless search for meaning, every professional's desire to lead with integrity. It's a call to arms for those who believe business can be a force for good and refuse to watch the world burn while standing still. It's time to stop asking if ethical business is possible. It's not just possible, it's inevitable when enough of us refuse to bend, when we align with purpose over profit, when we choose connection over isolation. This model is ethics in motion, power in purpose, and freedom in action. The world is waiting for those who dare to build it. So the question isn't if this model is ethically unstoppable. The real question is, are you ready to become unstoppable with it?